Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the 137th commencement ceremony for Franklin High School. My name is, yes! My name is Scott Burns, one of the vice principals for Franklin. Families, friends, sponsors, alumni, esteemed guests from Portland Public Schools, welcome to this evening. Please join me in welcoming Franklin High School's additional vice principals, Julia Ryerson and Alfredo Quintero, along with Franklin High School's esteemed principal, Mr. Chris Frazier. They are joined by Franklin ASB President Luca Morona Scalcano, Senior Class President Julian Tiana, and Senior Class Vice President Priyank Patel. We are honored to have as guests this evening Portland Public Schools Board of Education Director Julia Brim Edwards, Senior Director of Communications Lieutenant Colonel retired Freddie Mack. I would like to now introduce and welcome our dedicated Franklin staff. It is wonderful to see our incredible staff with us today. Our celebration this evening is their success as well. Welcome and thank you. Come on in. At this time, it is with great honor and pride to introduce to you our senior class, the 137th graduating class of Benjamin Franklin High School, the class of 2022. Thank you. You may be seated. And thank you, Franklin High School Marching Band under the direction of Jason Owens. You'll get to see them at the Grand Floral this year, along with a whole bunch of other Franklin cheerleading and dance squad as well. Franklin High School has a belief that relationships with our students and families are fundamental to recognizing the lived experiences and beauty they bring to our community. The hope of this land acknowledgement is to continue to honor and improve our relationships with our Indigenous students and families. Acknowledgement is a simple, powerful way of showing respect and a step toward correcting the stories and practices that erase Indigenous people's history and culture, and toward inviting honoring the truth. Indigenous peoples have clearly lived here in the past. Their ancestral lands cover both sides of the Columbia River and both sides of the Willamette River, spanning into surrounding counties. In this broad area, there were numerous tribes, people, villages that honored the abundance the lands offered. We honor their history and acknowledge the sacrifices they made. In the metropolitan area, we're on the traditional lands of a multitude of tribes whose connection to the land reaches back to time immemorial. The current urban Indigenous community is made up of tribal diversity that originates from around the country, representing at least 380 tribes. This community has a vivid history, made up of people whose journeys have brought them to Portland as a result of involuntary displacement or seeking more opportunities. Today, these tribes and communities celebrate their heritage, showing resilience and tenacity that will be greatly admired by their ancestors. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce Franklin's ASB President, Luca Morona Scalcano, to welcome you all.
Good evening, and thank you all for being here. I am honored to welcome everyone to the commencement ceremony for Franklin's graduating class of 2022. My name is Luca Morona Scalcano, and I have had the pleasure of serving as this year's ASB President. We are all sitting here now to recognize, appreciate, and celebrate the accomplishments of this incredible class. The moments, memories, and growth that led to today are thanks in part to everyone gathered here and so many more. So on behalf of the students, to everyone, I say thank you. These past 4 years have brought both tears of joy and tears of sadness. Through it all, we've grown and learned so much, and most importantly, we did it together. While we may still not know every person here, we are forever connected by this accomplishment. Today is a special day. Hold your heads high and remember, to live is to be brave. Keep living, keep being brave. Good job, everybody. Show the world what you can do. At this time, Franklin High School's Harmonia Choir members, Maya Kleinberg, Veta Verlong will sing the Star-Spangled Banner, followed by A.J. Turner Moore singing Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's matchless gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lift every voice and
I forgot the words.
lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmony of liberty. Let every mountain rise high as the lifting skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let it march on till victory has won.
So well done.
Thank you, singers. Thank you, Morona Choir singers. I would like to now introduce Vice Principal Julie Ryerson.
The class of 2022 has undoubtedly been a successful and outstanding class in Franklin's long history. Through their hard work and perseverance, the class of 2022 has received an astonishing amount of scholarships. Together, they have received at least a combined total of $6 million of scholarships. To all the seniors who have received a scholarship, please stand up as we again applaud for your achievements. Again, many congratulations, seniors. And now, the Franklin Award. It is an honor for me to announce this year's Franklin Award recipients. The award reads as follows: to recognize those whose presence, attitudes, personality, and good deeds have made Franklin High School a better place to be. Our educators, families, and community work hard each year to prepare our students for a solid future, appreciation for service, and lifelong learning. And yes, this work involves everyone in our community. Year after year, Franklin acknowledges students, staff, and parents whose involvement, dedication, and efforts go above and beyond expectations. Family members, please stand and be recognized as I call your name. We will deliver your medallions to you at a later time. This year's family member recipients are Rosa Mendoza Hernandez, Aaron Morris, Alexandra Ryder, Kate Fleming, staff and students, as your name is announced, please stand and be recognized. This year's staff recipients are Elizabeth Kirsch, Miriam Bermudez, Daisy Jimenez Antonio, Kay Manley, Javier Vargas, and my dear colleague and friend, Scott Burns. This year's student recipients are Nora Hugo, Arbella Kelly, Austin Angung, Shayla Santa Cruz Krigbaum. Thank you for following our traditions, being an integral part of our community, and for continuing to build our Franklin strong future. Moving on to our honors recipients and valedictorians, you will notice that many of our graduates have cords and stoles that adorn their robes this evening. These cords and stoles represent their participation in activities that have enriched their academic experience at Franklin High School. Please refer to your commencement program for more details on these varied activities. Graduates, at this time, if you are wearing a cord and/or a stole that represents your participation and dedication in a program, activity, or club, please stand and receive the well-earned recognition. Thank you for your service and congratulations on your accomplishments. You may be seated. At this time, we will now honor our valedictorians. The title of valedictorian is granted to the seniors who have earned a 4.0 or above cumulative grade point average through the first 7 semesters of high school. And this year, we recognize 50 students who have earned a cumulative 4.0 or above grade point average. Valedictorians, please stand and be duly recognized. The names of our valedictorians can be found in this evening's program. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Franklin's senior class president, Julian Tiana, to address our senior class.
Thank you, Ms. Rierson. My name is Julian Tiana. I've been your senior class president. Seniors, we have grown so much. From our first days as shy freshmen to walking onto this stage today, the challenges we've faced have made us a confident and resilient community. Our class has been uniquely challenged in facing, yes, a deadly infectious disease, but also our extended spring break, which limited our relationships to passively listening to each other through screens, which started just as we felt confident in school. We came back into the building having matured and worked hard all on our own. Our school attitude changed. Instead of dreading classes for the workload, we've grown close and we show up to classes for each other. I can't say I don't wish the pandemic did not happen, but the hard times were what led our class to become strong workers today. Graduating is a massive accomplishment that represents years of hard work, but should also remind you of the times we've shared together in high school. One of the greatest aspects of our community is its inclusiveness. Shared experiences or suffering helped us form incredibly strong connections. Every Franklin senior has a group they're a part of, whether it's the dedicated students in the final years of STEM classes, talented dancers, artists, and singers, or our record-breaking sports teams. In every area, students have exceeded past classes and given future generations of Franklin students accomplishments to be immensely proud of. After our years together, I've become familiar with our class. Maybe too familiar navigating certain hallway intersections, but our class has been able to unite and lift each other up. Coming from a school with so much diversity, in our future careers, we truly have the power to include the underrepresented and make a difference for struggling demographics. We have spent thousands of hours together in the school, and I will be grateful thinking back to each one. As you cross the finish line today, know the years-long journey is as important as the destination. No graduate would accomplish anything without having put in the effort to get there. Have confidence in your abilities, you've put in the time. Because of this achievement, among us, there are students that will become elite athletes, altruistic leaders, and brilliant workers. Let your heart lead you to the path you desire and have confidence you can achieve it. Congratulations, class of 2022. I would now like to introduce Franklin's Senior Class Vice President, Priyank Patel, to recognize our staff and families.
Good evening, Franklin staff, students, and families. Our first year as a community in the post-pandemic world has come to an end. We couldn't have ended this beautiful chapter of our lives without the help and support of our teachers and loved ones. Whether it be academic, emotional, or moral support, our teachers have helped us navigate through these uncertain times. We have all experienced the fear of going back online school due to the rising number of COVID cases. In the midst of all this, our Franklin staff had not only spent their time on educating us, but also on assuring us that everything will be fine. Standing by the entrance every day, our staff greeted every student that walked in with a lovely smile. They have played a vital role in restoring the new normal at Franklin High School. It would not have been possible to end this year Franklin strong without the help and support of our teachers. I would also like to take a moment to thank our families and loved ones. They have supported us through the toughest of times, whether it be guiding us to make the right post-high school plans or help us choose our future careers. They have always been there, from being our pillars of support in our failures to celebrating our successes, feeling proud that we as students, as teenagers, have grown into mature adults and are about to enter our next phase in life. Individually, our experiences are unique and different, but a bond we all share as we are the class of Franklin High School 2022. Supporting us emotionally and morally, our loved ones have fulfilled their roles. It's our turn now to acknowledge their efforts, so please give a round of applause for our wonderful staff, friends, and families. Now I have the distinct honor of introducing Franklin High School's principal, Mr. Chris Frazier.
Distinguished board members, faculty and staff of Franklin High School, parents, families, and friends of our honorees, the class of 2022. It is an honor and a privilege to come before you today as the proud principal of Franklin High School. Today we pay tribute and honor to the class of 2022, a class that has demonstrated collective resilience and courage, one who has paved the way for future graduating classes. Class of 2022, you entered the gates today as seniors and will leave today as graduates, and today is certainly a new day. Our world is different and new. However, we are fortunate as we are still here and have the ability to live, to learn, to love, and to make a difference. Our society is different, and therefore what we do must also be different. Yes, the world seems unfamiliar now. We are seeing a world from a new perspective, with a new mindset. The times are unprecedented, but not impossible. Different, but not dire. Hard, but not hopeless. However, old ways won't open new doors, and old solutions won't solve new problems. We need new ideas, class of 2022. We need you. Famed author and inventor R.B. Fuller stated that you never change things by fighting the existing system. To change something, build a new model and make the existing model obsolete. Class of 2022, you have the ability to create a new system. There is still so much work to be done to further develop and heal our society. I'm not saying that you're not above to doing the task, but you're not absolved from trying. As you sit here today, class of 2022, and reflect, I'm sure many thoughts have crossed your mind. The thought about, what are you going to do next? You've been asked the question ever since you entered school. It's the equivalent of, what do you want to be when you grow up? Part of the answer is determined. You'll be an adult. The more difficult question is, what kind of an adult? Being an adult comes with a greater sense of liberty. In some spaces, we have the ability to be who we want to be. You've spent years observing the behaviors of adults and recognize that adults have the ability to harm and to harass, but also the ability to love, to dream, to create, and to inspire. With greater liberty also comes greater responsibility. Remember that there is no greater influence or power than having the ability to influence the life of another person. Class of 2022, you're a source of inspiration. Each year since the pandemic, we've crawled back as a school community and tried to make meaning of our new normal. As a school, we recentered our focus, as there is no instruction without first freeing our hearts and minds of our students. Your hearts were heavy as you saw the world shifting to isolation with no end in sight. You rode the wave of adjustments as school closed and opened with schedules constantly changing. No one can ever say that you're not resilient or flexible. You are a class that has reminded us that hope is not lost, and that change is necessary and will certainly come. It is simply a matter of how persistent and patient we will be. Your class endured the pandemic, but you showed us the possibilities. The return to the building has not been easy. However, the class of 2022 embraced the challenges that we faced and worked collaboratively with administrators and staff to bring awareness to the many issues which impact our society and school. You addressed mental health and the impact isolation and reincorporation had on the lives of students. You addressed global warming, and through Climate Strike, spoke out about the need to reduce our carbon footprint for future generations. You addressed racism and co-facilitated and participated in Franklin Talks, which created space for community conversations about race, allowing us to gain a greater and deeper understanding and compassion for our lived experiences through a racial lens. And lastly, you addressed gun violence and raised awareness to the atrocities that face our nation, our city, and our very own Southeast community. Any of these topics would have been enough for a school to take on. However, your commitment to social justice and racial equity is unmatched, as you've become the influential and informed global stewards that the Portland Public Schools graduate portrait calls for. Class of 2022, your work is not done. Let your moments of silence become moments of action. Let these moments become a movement. Today, we celebrate 456 of our finest, many amazing individuals, many brilliant minds that have the ability to heal our world, many loving hearts that have the ability to teach compassion and understanding to younger generations. There is so much potential, and if you act, you have the ability to evoke change. There are 456 reasons that I have hope for a brighter tomorrow. 456 minds, hearts, and souls that will make a difference in our world. Class of 2022, the future awaits you, but the future is not as distant as you think, for you are the future, and the future is now. As you consider tomorrow and set foot into this new world, be you, be different, be the new ideas, be the new solutions, be the new way. Class of 2022, you've made it, and it is your time. We thank you for your service and contributions, and for making Franklin more aware, more empathetic, more inclusive, and even stronger. Congratulations on your accomplishments, your graduation, and the end of your high school career, and the start of your new day. Thank you. At this time, we honor the hearing of Portland Public Schools Board of Directors and our Superintendent, Guadalupe Guerrero.
I think what's special about this class is their ability to persevere. Their experience has been absolutely disrupted and anything but normal. We can learn resilience from this class.
I think they've taught us a lot about caring and gratitude. Also, on a way more practical level, I think they've taught a lot of adults about the digital world.
And I think no matter what the path that any of the students from the class of 2022 takes, they are going to contribute to the world with this sense of justice, with this sense of curiosity, with this sense of leadership.
These graduates have taught us that if we begin to think differently and think creatively and to move away from the norm, move away from the status quo, that there are options out there that we haven't even begun to tap into.
Our graduates have been on the front line, whether it's climate change, climate justice, racial equity and social justice.
We have students engaging in sustainability efforts and climate change efforts. We've seen students protest the expansion of the freeway, gaining climate literacy, impressively interrupting.
I listen and I'm hearing what they're saying because they're not to be ignored.
Just so much activism around this area.
Sharing their perspectives with us.
Making the demands of the adults and of the power structures that they need to see for our planet.
This is just a sample of how strong you really are.
You know, I think that they have an awareness, a world awareness that no generation has had.
This year, I think the most unique thing has been coming into a school where over half of the students haven't experienced a full year of high school. So being able to reshape our traditions, share our old traditions with that freshman, sophomore, even junior classes.
Sort of remaking the high school experience, transitioning some of the traditions that have happened so that younger students can experience them in a new way.
I think it's been a really unique experience. I think it's also been an opportunity for our class to really rebuild that culture and school spirit.
I think just looking at the class of 2022 and the ways that they have navigated online learning, hybrid learning, and coming back to school, definitely models of how they're going to continue to be leaders going forward.
I think what they've taught us is that we really need our people. We really need our community. We need our time with our friends, that in-person instruction with our teachers who are our trusted mentors and who help us see things in a different way.
I hope our graduates dream big, follow their passions.
I want graduates to know that they can design the life that they envision for themselves.
And as you do that, I want you to be kind. I want you to be kind to those around you and those in your community. I think also reach out to those who may not be in your community to understand them and get to know them.
You guys came through the fire, and the thing about coming through the fire is that there is a precious gem. That's awesome.
Congratulations for getting here, and you're such an inspiration to me and everyone else.
My advice to the graduates is to go out there and go get them.
Find your joy. Find what it is that speaks to your heart, that lets your talents flourish, that is your own particular path, and don't let anyone deter you.
My focus to you is push past all the noise always. That's what you've done to get you here. That's what you'll need to do to get you through tomorrow. And if you continue to believe in yourself the way that you did to get you here, there's nothing that you can't do.
Congratulations. What you guys have done is no small feat at all.
Thank you for having heart and sticking with it. We're proud of you as a school community.
And your charge now is to go out and make it better.
大家祝你们好. Everyone, I wish you all the best of luck.
Congratulations, class of 2022. My name is Guadalupe Guerrero, and as superintendent of the Portland Public Schools, it is my absolute privilege and honor to recognize this important milestone in your educational journey. I am proud of you. I'm proud of all the obstacles you've overcome, and I'm proud of the perseverance you have demonstrated in the face of adversity. And I recognize that your educational journey has likely involved unconditional support from parents, guardians, and extended family members. I also want to acknowledge all the teachers, coaches, and mentors who have provided you with support and cheered you on. To all of these people who have championed your success, I also say thank you. I'm confident that this network of support will continue to be in your corner as you take on your next challenge and embark on your next chapter. We look forward to hearing of all your continued accomplishments. At PPS, we've defined a graduate portrait, which outlines the skills that we hope each one of you will now possess as a result of your time with us. You are ready. Ready to lead efforts to create a more socially just world. Class of 2022, congratulations. My hat's off to you.
Thank you, PPS board members and Superintendent Guerrero, for your unwavering support and dedication to our youth. At this time, I would like to introduce Vice Principal Alfredo Quintero.
Principal Fraser, Director Brim Edwards, Director Freddie Mack, on behalf of the teachers and staff of Benjamin Franklin High School, it is my privilege and honor to present the class of 2022 who have fulfilled the state of Oregon and Portland Public Schools requirements to earn a high school diploma. Please welcome our graduates to the stage to receive their diplomas. We kindly ask that you be brief with the cheers so every graduate and their family can be honored by hearing every name announced.
Luca Morona Scalcano. Julian Tiana. Priyank Patel. Xanthus Aurelius Poole Silverstein. Ruby Swirichuk. Milo Ridenauer. Tui Lee Tran. Nok Tan Trung. Chosong Troller. Sophia Kidd. Mahalia Win. Melissa Chen. Malia Dayanan. Miranda Elizabeth Antal Finney. Lucy Knight King. Charlotte Carolyn Diebel. Evan Nelson Lewis. Violet Maureen Creel. Harper Hayes. Clara Junk. Hannah Bray. Esme Sirsha Nadeau. Sylvie Brickman. Caitlin Alice Lee. Melanie Grace Charles. Raven Chesser. Emile Delisle. Max Bruin. Nicolas Andrés Velázquez Suazo. Jing Chen. Quintana Ruth Jones. Nora Hugo. Quincy Elliott Struthers. Abigail Dar. Sophia Sen Rosenberger. Rue Conrad. Jackson Grace. Amelie Voutilainen. Eleanor Corsell. Daphne Wynn. Stephen Feng. Levi White. Simon Mesker. Camille Bella Clark. Megan Bathurst. Ava Barnes. Celia Colofelo. Samuel Colofelo. Ethan Block. Gideon Chrysler Canlas. Eddie Aguilar Quintero. Alexandro Garcia Cortez. Frederick Valentine Drescher. Eden Alex. Yosko Clanton. Gabriel Carrillo. Xander Garner. Declan Ferranti. Maxim Earnhardt Blazing Olsen. Areli Jasmine Diaz Hernandez. Chelsea Cabrera Ovando. Natalie Andrade Barajas. Janessa Buenrostro. Yannick Blair. Caleb Fowler. Vincent Cabibo. Jackson D. Benedetto. Ty Beach. Castle Byron. Zane Bauer. Oliver Fox. Marie Bashinaba. Haley Fell. Evan Dozier. Andy Dixon. Mason Dirk. Kelsey Barella Eastland. Kika Garcia. Benjamin Arthur Dunphy Hall. Joshua Balo. Gabrielle Campbell. Gannon Dazer. Christopher Cox. Samuel Galea. Bernice Bowie. Justine Brown. Miles Cristobal. Casper Eichmann. Michael Bernal. Liam Brockwood. Terrence Chan. Ashlyn Hibiki Fisk. Andrew Din. Thomas Everett Bagley. Devin K. Bellis. Anna Yin Yin Chen. Zachary Tucker. Daniel London. Jessica R. Braun. Daniela Idali Arevalo Gomez. Jennifer Casares Orozco. Shannon Elizabeth Doyle. Lorenzo Thomas Camargo Guernsey. Maya Elizabeth Bryant. Jameson May Franken. Lucia Prado Finney. Stella Lucia Garrido Spencer. Ariana Bahar. Sorrel Rose Bardagy Jennings. Tanya Valeria Fortanel Hernandez. Brittany Aguilar Cruz. Anaheim Ahumada. Wabin Chen. Yaolin Liu. Austin AJ Engeng. Aiden Cyrus Brennan. Nicholas Jordan Berkson. Will Denniston. Caden Davis. Sean Allers. Paul Bevan. Sam Conklin. Emilio Bucardo Palomares. Brian Carrillo Estrada. June Decker. Lauren Barr. Lisa Lin Chen. Cristina Belén García Hernández. Alicia Di Stefano. Jimena Beltrán Martínez. Nadia Martínez Nesta. Jennifer Mendoza Sanchez. Tiana Amor Fuller. Lola Castillo. Natalie Lauren Brinda. Ginevra Cavina. Audrey Grace Baderka. Isaac Deschaines. Doris Pineda Figueroa. Kubio Amani. Daniel Evich Gaber. Deborah Askedom. Trinity Alexis Booth. Carrie Detour. Dylan Coogan. Logan Bitar. Dylan Christopher Ewing. E. Espensen Martinoski. Joseph Raymond Funk. Alexis Dasani Sky Connell. Vincent Robert Wilson. Maya Francis Kleinberg. Vetiver Rowan Long. Aleja K. Turner Moore. Elkanah Warren Jose Maneja. Jose Giovanni Murillo Marcial. Eric Lopez Gamino. Kevin Bui Lee. Salem Blaze McCants. Elena Kroll. Joel Guerrero Rodriguez. Michelle Juarez Cervantes. Amaya Clue. Daniela Hinojosa Salmerón. Mariana Martínez López. Dejanique Lewis. Riley Hannah. Brittany Michelle Mendoza Cajero. Camila Lachino Estrada. Alondra Asenet Muñoz Zamora. Emma Louise Grace. Alice Ann Berger Manusos. Justin Mitchell. Atticus Lane Dupre. Eli Hall. Wyatt Lincoln. Iris Maurer. Cypri Cecilia Johnson. Alida Milan Halsey. Elias Lopez Johnson. Milo Cans. Mipam Alexander Nawang Jampa. Annabella Messaker. Margot McLean Kenny. Grace Hazel Hogue. Charlotte Olivia Yvette Liverman Ray. Peter Lee. Arabella Kelly. Tiger Lily Mortensen. Victoria Hawes. Jacqueline Lusambo. Alexander Lusson. Jasper Hemphill. Kana Lin. Duncan Shield Demars MacArthur. Maya Isabella Aviva Light. Gabriela Simone Gutierrez. Carter McHarg. Noah Latin. Silas Huber. Amal Harun. Gabrielle Elizabeth Gray. Isaiah Kettle. Hollis Morris. Dominic Hammer. Flynn Scott Main. Noah Stewart Miller. Nico Kimberly. Isaiah Mason. Benjamin Schuyler Jones. Sophie Rebecca Locker. Avinoam Micah Israel Davis. Gwillem Arbuthnot Horner. Iracema Lopez Sanchez. Kylie Jean Goodman. Miles Hartman. Jaden Milliken Gone. Nels Torsten Madsen. Elliot Noble Harris. Kiron Nathan Miranda. Nicholas Houston. Kong Nguyen. John Stefan Antonio Melara. Tabor William Katrinos. Aiden Manchester Pedley. Aiden Kroll. Sorry, Lillian Kroll. Sammy Maligi. Amadou Keita. Sage Mastranunzio. Ephraim Cornegai. Ella Kaufman Smith. Darren Green. Bryce Lopez. Angel Mejia Flores. Giovanni Martinez Farfan. Jair Gutierrez Martinez. Christian Raúl Mendoza Hernández. David Josué Medina Izaguirre. Jackson Hansen Tuma. Victor Kuzmenko. Jesse Lee McPhee. Gentaline Hamill. Estelle Kivani Hapala. Kiernan Dante McTaggart Izevich. Jocelyn Milliken. Alvin Kerr. Nam Lee. Samuel Haynes. Isaac Ross Klemroth. Ike Gilbert Hutchinson. Gabriel Kent. Thomas Maxwell Landis. Milo Mong. Kapilasok Laila. Oliga Loyuk. Guled Mehdi. Catalina Melia Hubbard. Yancel Montes. Mackay Hall. Nat Lacey. Maya Hand. Desmond Angelo Luis Volponi. Adelaide Margaret Layden. Ev Girding. Ethan Kosek. Olivia Grether. Yukino Logan. Lily Minato. Pearl McNames. Katie Lisbeth Hernandez Pineda. Michelle Gomez Canul. Greer Hamilton. Meliana Kaplan. Maria Elena Mulul Yat. Edgar Lindo Luis. Everett Brooks McAvoy. Matilde Gizi. Kitai Julissa Moses. Adrian Emilio Jimenez. Naomi Anava Lefebvre. Sydney Alexandra Lane Henry. Viridian Zubadiah Birch Clay. Dominic McCall Kensel. Luca Blue Morrigan Haynes. Rianne Ilmer Alfina Moore. Roger Jasida Miller. Zoe Toe. Logan Liebold. Nathan Arlen Kissling. Margaret Redwine. Lily Bell Rudin. Laura Zhao. Zeke Schultz. August Raymond Reinhardt. Ruben Gregory Payne. Zane Schultz. Mi Ray. Kevin Neff. Dustin Winfield. Aaron Oyan Nemo. Nathan Ryan Oman. Tommy Nguyen. Marco Perron. Rowan Neighbor. Federico Spedini. Miles Warren. Jaden Neal. Vincent Heinrich Zimmer. Nicholas True. Kevin Tran. Jimmy Tron. Harold Mirza. Rodian Timchenko. Yahaira Tejes Rodriguez. Hannah Rosenberger. Sarah Waters. Armando Gerald Vanoni. Ren Sorensen. Reggie Watts. I'll do my best. Paul Nyo. Damika B.K. Lynn William. Rachel Lambong. Mateo Robledo. Miner Wu. Starlene Stevenson. Max McCarthy. Jacoby Reschke. Thora Naomi Westland. Tessa Riggs Raymer. Callie Sosa. Georgette Jumana Razuk. Kaylee Cherie Willis. Jennifer Udedike. Luke Nordgaard. Dakota James Thomas. Alia Giselle Tovar Crocier. Jailin Rodriguez. Víctor Uriel Ramírez García. Charles Geoffrey North. Rye Stores. Andreas Matias Ram. Eleanor Bell Parks Orr. Sandy T. Nguyen. Catalina Quetzali Villanueva. Betsy Bao Han Nguyen. Niti Tweetang. Hazel True. James Joseph Schneider. Aiden Vasquez Gomez. Li Yi Chang. Nicholas Wozni. Nikolai Angelo Winston. Claire Germaine Weaver. Oscar Jeremiah Oding. Arrow Valoria Warren. Cleo Nelson. Elena Ziekman. Ruby Stark. Greta Evelyn Mashevsky Suiza. Finn Zielinski. Lily Isabella Sophia Strickland. Konstantinos Papadopoulos. Isaiah Santos. Galadriel Harvest Naylor. Lillian Christine Pitzer. William Irie Sexton. Carla Cipatli Zamora Bonilla. Ludmila Nabayeva. Vita Sarek. Sydney Schlotty. Aurora Rose Rivers. Angelique Rain Ute. Raina Elise Wonder. Kalina Marie Owens. Ivy Stowe. Althea Sue Larson. Brad Smith. Yilin Shu. Oliver Milo River Sadalich. Yukpa Sophie May Wright. Amelia Ann Valencia. Alexis Perez Mendez. Jenna Tantuk Nguyen. Shayla Lynn Santa Cruz Crickbaum. Ruby Holiday Taylor. Sophia Zambrano. Clara Petke-Long. Paulina Ray Siri. Alexi Rhythm Tyler Ferris. Cooper Noah Seveny. Isaac Robillard. William Henry Phillips. Roberto Carlos Oriana Thompson. Henrik Stackley Vogt. Kimberly Vu. Fartun Abdi Yusuf. Levi Welsh. Calder Morgan Nakel. Ellen Joan Von Fortune. Brandon Serrano. Angel Saldana. Jason Uriel Torres Hernandez. Isaac Haven Germán Salazar Samila. Samuel Ventura Silverio. Beckett Parker List. Ángel Alexander Ramirez. Shijie Wan. Mackay K. Vincent. Rhythm Owen Townsend. Casey Yu. Sophie Scout Reese. Carolyn June Paxton. Ellie Tarnowski. Lindsay Pereira. Isabella Pavla Smetek. Kaya Robertson. Tony Nguyen. Tyler Nguyen. Adam Parra Vasquez. Dylan Roundsville. Owen Peters.
Thank you, Principal Frazier, Director Brim Edwards, and Dr. Proctor. Will the class of 2022 please stand? Please let us face our families and friends. To publicly indicate our graduate status, we will now move our tassels from the right to the left. We did it!
Thank you all for your support and dedication, and thank you for joining us in celebrations this evening. To conclude our ceremony, Principal Frazier and honored guests, I present to you Franklin High School's newest alumni, the class of 2022. Family and friends, please exit Providence Park and meet your graduate outside the park. Please have a safe journey home and into the future.